You know, I can't express the satisfaction I feel right now in this moment, and I'm sure my partners, Andres Barreto and Hernando Barreto, feel the same way. It was basically, for me, it was 3 years ago that I decided I was going to try to help the startup ecosystem in Colombia get more developed. And there's some people in this room that have actually helped me with that. And they're sitting right here. So I know that the right people are together, and I know that the Boston contingent or the Massachusetts contingent probably with iNNpulsa is the right thing. So after seeing some of the people interact with the startups, I know you guys know about startups, and we've spoken a little bit with some of the people here. So more importantly, I know that you guys know how to build startup ecosystems, which is what we really need. So with that said, I'm going to kick it off to Catalina.
Thanks, Alan, and I want to start by welcoming our delegation from Massachusetts. How do you spark markets? How do you intervene from the government with public policy and not ruin the markets? And not, which is something that is always a very tricky balance to maintain. So that is sort of the first issue that I would like to sort of start the discussion by and hear you all on that. So anyone feel free to jump in. I don't want to do this very formally, but whoever wants to start and comment on that.
Sure, I'll go ahead, I'll jump in. Yeah, no problem. So I'm Alicia Barton, I'm with the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center, and we are one of the 3 organizations represented here that focus on promoting specific technology sectors in Massachusetts. So we focus on clean technology, energy efficiency, renewables, advanced water treatment technology, advanced battery storage, any type of innovative and advancements in clean technology is within the realm of what we try to work on. And we do wrestle with that question a lot about how do you match government support in an area that I think, speaking specifically to clean technology, has needed some amount of government support for advancement of research. That being said, you don't want to duplicate the private market. So what we try to do, one of the strategies I think is really to focus on having an open source of communication with the investor community to find out what are the challenges that are facing companies. Also talk to the entrepreneurs, CEOs, and the companies in that space, and figure out where are the hurdles, what are the specific challenges that you face, and where can we put a little bit of money towards a public-private partnership that will help us advance that. And just one example, and again, that's the philosophy we try and use in all of the programs that we launch at Mass CEC. But one specific example is that we kept hearing over and over again from our technology companies that opportunities for pilot and demonstration projects was something that was missing. That was prior to sort of an early stage concept that prior to being able to show investors that their project works, that the technology works, and they've had some external validation of that. And there's risk associated with that for whomever is going to be the entity to help test that technology. So we've put a certain amount of money in grant applications, grant opportunity for applicants to present projects with matching funds from private partners, and we looked for teams of companies to come forward to allow them to launch a pilot or demonstration project. And that's just one example, I think, where if you focus on closely identifying what the gaps are and using a little bit of government leverage, you can see some really exciting things go forward. And I'm excited to see, we've only just started doing this recently, but I'm really excited to see what those projects are going to be. It helps us also have the opportunity in Massachusetts to be a staging ground for next generation technology that helps all of us kind of build on what we're trying to do in Massachusetts as being at the leading edge of technology innovation.
Was that the laboratory for innovation is not like the laboratory I used to think of when I was back in school. I used to think a laboratory was about somebody laboring all by him or herself to find the solution to some big problem, with a chalkboard and I'm giving myself away. But it turns out that in these spaces, people want to clash, they want to bump in, they want to be close to folks who are working on similar kinds of problems. And the notion of collaboration as a way to get to the solution is a powerful but relatively new idea, at least in Western, or maybe I should say in Massachusetts, in the Massachusetts economy. So John's model, some of the things that are happening in other, I mean the Connect model, I think has that same flavor. We visited similar kinds of, what was the name of the entity in Santiago?
Startup Chile.
Startup Chile. Same kind of thing. It was the same sensibility coming down the stairs here. People having a coffee and taking a break from their own discovery.
Sometimes a beer.
Yeah, just to turn to sometimes a beer, but to turn to someone else and say, hey, you know, I'm stuck. How are you solving this? And out of that collaboration coming not just solutions, but actually companies. It's a pretty exciting thing. So creating these kinds of spaces and having the folks who use a space like this know about similar kinds of undertakings in other parts of the country and other parts of the world is critical.
I just want to have a show of hands of the Colombians here. Who is Massachusetts educated, been there? Because it's always surprising to me how many of them, and that's so, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you this because it's really, you get it everywhere, and that's one of the things that we really have to take more advantage of because, we've been talking about the internships, and seriously, the amount of people that are educated in Massachusetts from Colombia is huge and growing.